Okay, let's go ahead and get started on the May 8th through 14th weekly spread. This is what it should look like at the end when I get done, and you can download this in the bundle for this week. This is the measurement file that I'm going to reference while I'm doing this, and this can be found for free on lifebywhitney.com. I also have started out just like any other week by numbering the top. So I go 1 through 26 on the top, but I do it by 5 so it's a lot quicker. And I also do the same thing down. So it aligns along with this on the measurement template. So it's easier to measure when you're doing it. Alright, got a pencil here. And I'm going to use my regular Staedtler Tri Plus fine liner here. And I'm going to start out looking, and I can tell in between 11 and 12, I'm going to put a little dot there. Between 20 and 21, 29 and 30, and here at the bottom. So I'll start at the bottom, it's easy. In between 29 and 30, in between 20 and 21, and in between 11 and 12. And then it's going to be right down the middle. The final version is going to have that line straight down the middle, but it doesn't start for 2 down, so I'm going to go ahead and draw that line. So in between 13 and 14, and 2 down. So now I'll go ahead and connect. And the way to tell where it is, I'm going to just line it up with the same numbers over here as in the middle. So in between 11 and 12 is where I'm going to connect this line to this. In between 20 and 21, and etc. And so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Make my dots. Alright, so that side's pretty much done except for the headings. And I'm also going to put a key up here. So we will start on the right page. And you see at the top here, I'm going to have a weather tracker. And it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to fill in the weather with a little icon at the end of the day each day. I have a meal section where we'll write the meals that or you can use it as a meal planner, but I usually fill it in at the end of the day. And then a sleep tracker, which is how I use it here. I'm going to put what time I wake up here under the sun, and then what time I go to sleep here, and then right here is the number of hours of sleep in between. So in between, you know, Monday's night, Tuesday's night, etc. And right here I'm actually going to make a little graph to graph the amount of sleep throughout the week. So the weather boxes start in between 5 and 6. So this is 5 and 6. And they're all 4 tall. And I do skip a spot in between each box. You can see here. Go ahead and draw these top ones, and it'll make it easier to draw the second row. And on this part here, I'm going to write a notes section. It'll just be a little box that I can jot down notes throughout the week. And then I'm going to have the meal planner underneath, and it's a space gap right here. And each one's going to be 3 by 2. This is going to be the header, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. So I can look at the other page and just relatively look and say it's 2 down, so that's where I'm going to put my dot on the right page instead of counting 10. And also I can look relatively and look that it's 1 spot over from the notes. So I'll put my ending dots there. All right, and now for the sleep tracker. This is what it's gonna kind of look like. And I'm gonna add the graph where I can graph the number of hours at the end of the week. And the days are 4 wide. And I do have a small spot for a heading here. So these are 4 wide and 2 tall. And coming out from these is where I'm going to add little lines so I can track. I'm going to do a lighter gray pen. So every 2 spaces or so, I'm going to write 5. So that's 5 hours, 6 hours, 7, 8, 9, and 10 hours of sleep. And so whatever number is in these boxes is what I'll graph there. Now for the fun part, the headers and everything. I've got all the lines down. I am going to make a key across the top, and I'll show you how I use the key in a few minutes. I just got these on Amazon literally today, these circle stencils, so I'm ready to use them. And of course you do your key however you want to. I've got 6 there. I just jot it down in pencil to make sure I do the pens evenly across. So I'm going to pick 6 colors to use this week. These look good.
Meals up here. Go ahead and write the heading days. Go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's just an extra spot for maybe next week or this week to do. Alright, and you might be wondering how I'm going to use this key. How I'm going to use it, I'm going to have mood and energy across. Like going up the line on top is going to be mood.
And on the bottom it's going to be energy. And I'm just going to use these colors to maybe make a line or a pattern throughout the week at the end of the day and see how it turns out in the end. And that's completely optional, but that's the reason the whole key is there. All right, so I'm going to finish with the heading up here at the top. And it's going to be May 8th through 14th. One more thing, I'm going to write the headers for the sleep tracker. Alrighty, and I think we're all complete, and I will link all the supplies I used in the caption and also in the blog post. You can find out a little bit more. This is what you get in the bundle for this week. You get the measurement, of course, the My Version. This is the notes file, which tells you everything you need to know pretty much about how I use the spread. I also have a no header, which doesn't have the date there, so you can use it for any time of the week. You can just print it and use it if you want. As well as the blank, which you can, if you want to make your own headings everywhere, you can print the blank and use it. And then I've also included the My Lettering version in each one of them. And this is one part of the 6-part May bundle, and it's all availabywhitney.com. Thanks for watching.